Palash, shall we start?
Okay.
That's already joined. Okay, Taz, we can start.
Okay. So today's chapter is similar to last week, but instead of one-step equations, now we're doing two-step equations. But this is still part of chapter 4. So the learning goals is that I can solve two-step equations and I can solve two-step word problem equations. So this is the just for fun question. Does anybody know what animal has 8 legs?
কোনটো জীৱৰ 8টা ভৰি আছে সুধিছে কোনটো জীৱৰ কোনটো জীৱৰ 8টা ঠেং আছে সুধিছে বলকে আগলে
Does anyone know the trivia question?
Yeah, they are saying octopus.
Octopus. Yep, that is correct. Okay. So two-step equations, how to solve. So just like one-step equations, both sides must stay equal, and the goal is to find the value of the x of the variable given to make it equal. So to solve two-step equations, there are 3 main steps. First, you need to undo addition or subtraction first, and then you undo multiplication or division, and then move x to one side. So you want to undo the operations in reverse order of Bodmas. Think of it like that. And then there are 2 examples on the right. So because we're doing in the opposite order of Bodmas, you can see here that we subtract 5 first from the 2x plus 5 equals 21, and then 2x would equal 16. So then we divide by 2 next. And doing this would give us a value of x equals 8. And then if we look at the bottom one, we do the undo addition or subtraction first. So if we are adding 4, we would undo it by subtracting 4, similar to one-step equations. This would leave us with 2x equals 6, and then this would make it x is equal to 3. Okay. Does this make sense?
Can you repeat it one more time? Because the volume is on. I think one audio is on. It's hard to understand.
So what you want to do is you want to undo operations in reverse order of Bodmas. That's the main thing to remember. So every time you see a plus, you want to subtract. Every time you see a subtract, you want to add. Then if you see a multiply, you divide. And if you see a divide, you multiply. And then these 2 problems on the right, you can see from there. Does that make sense? Okay. I will move on to the next slide.
বুজি পাইছে নে?
Actually, they need one more time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how to solve two-step equations is to make sure that you do the reverse order of BODMAS. So BODMAS says division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction, but you actually want to do it the other way around. So we would start with subtraction or addition, and then we would do multiplication or division. And the reason for that is so we can properly isolate it. So in this 2x plus 5 equals 21, we can see that to undo addition, as we are adding 5, is to actually use subtraction. So it would become 2x equals 21 minus 5, or 2x equals 16. So that is what I mean by undo multiplication or division. 2x, 2 times x equals 16 is 2x divided by 2 equals 16 divided by 2. Does that make sense?
You can show an example by doing it.
Maybe we'll just try the next slide.
Yeah.
So take say 3 to 4 minutes for these problems and see if you're able to solve for x.
Student connection to গুচি গ'ল নেকি বাৰু?
মেম কানেকশ্যন গুচি গৈছিলে এতিয়া আহিলে আকৌ
Okay. Taj, they lost connection. They're just back now.
Okay, did they see the first slide?
I don't think so. You might want to explain it before doing the actual problem. Why don't you do the first problem by showing this one? Twice x plus 4 equals to 12.
Are they there?
এইটো problem সিহঁতে কৰিব পাৰিবনে সিহঁতক তাজৰ help লাগে?
এইটো কৰিব ইহঁতে ট্ৰাই কৰিব
Okay, let them try and then Taj will explain step by step.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Yeah.
The first one is 4. They got the answer 4.
Okay, that's correct. Did they solve the second and third one?
Then phone to second. For the 5x minus 6 minus equal to 9, that is 3.
Yep, 3 is correct.
And the last one, that one with 3x plus 3 is equal to minus 9, 15. That they haven't done.
Okay, I'll give them a minute or two, and then if they need help, I'll show how to solve it.
Minus 4. 180. One is it only? My network is going. Hello. Are you here?
Yeah. What answer did they get?
For the last one, they got minus 4.
Minus 4?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll show how to solve it. So we are given that 3x plus 3 equals negative 15. So if we tested negative 4, say they said x is equal to negative 4, this would be 3 times negative 4 plus 3 equals negative 15. Now, does this work? Let's see. This would become negative 12 plus 3, but then this would become negative 9 equals negative 15. So we can check our answer by plugging in whatever answer we get. And as we can see, that these do not work, that they are not the same. So let's follow the step by step. The first thing is to undo addition or subtraction. So right here, we are adding 3, which means we will minus 3. So this would become 3x minus 3 on both sides. And this would be 3x is equal to, now if we do minus 15 minus 3, this would be negative 18, because we are subtracting from a negative number, so it is only getting more negative. And now we would divide both sides by 3. And this leaves us with x is equal to negative 6. And if we want to test it out, we can try it too. So this is something that you can always do. Test. So 3 times negative 6 plus 3 equals negative 15. Let's see. So 3 times negative 6 is negative 18 plus 3. Does this equal negative 15? Well, negative 18 plus 3 means negative 18 is getting smaller by 3. So this would be negative 15. So it does work. Does this make sense? Hello? Does this make sense?
বুজি পাইছেনে এইটো কিয় -9 টো ভুল আনসার -9 হলে -15 নহয় সরি -4 টো রং আনসার -4 হলে আনসারটো -9 হে হয় সো -6 হলেহে -15 হয় বুজি পালেনে আৰু এবাৰ বুজাই দিব লাগিব I think they're having some connection issue. No, they're there. He's on mute though.
Think you're on mute.
No, one is not on mute. So -4 is the wrong answer. -6 is the right answer.
Yes, তেওঁলোকে আৰু এবাৰ বুজিব লাগিব আৰু এবাৰ বুজাব লাগিব
Okay.
One more time.
So the way to solve two steps equation is to solve in the reverse order of BODMAS. So we want to solve in this order. Okay, so we have this equation, 3x plus 3 equals negative 15. So as we can see, the first thing is that there is addition going on. And we want to do the opposite so that we can get 3x by itself. Because if we were to add 3, that would not help us. So, let's see. We want to subtract 3 from both sides. as we see here. And this would be 3x is equal to negative 18. Now, the reason for this is if we have a number line with, say, negative 20, negative 15, and negative 10, if we are at negative 15 right now, and we subtract 3, we would be going this way because we are subtracting. If we were to add 3, we would be going this way. So this way is add, this way is subtract. So we are subtracting by 3, so it'd become negative 16, negative 17, and negative 18. So negative 15 minus 3 is negative 18 because we are making it more negative. So it is becoming more negative from subtracting negative 3. Now, once we have this, we have 3x equals negative 18, and this is multiplication, so we do the opposite of multiplication, which is division. We divide both sides by 3. Now, for division, it's still the same, that the sign stays the same as long as it's a positive number, and then it's just 18 divided by 3. So this would be x is equal to negative 6. So this just stays the same. And then this is our solution. And then if we wanted to test it, we could see here that they are both equal to negative 15. So in the testing, we are already at negative 18, and we are adding 3. So that would move this way, and then we get to 15. So does this make more sense? Makes sense?
Concept
Okay.
বুজি পাইনে?
আকৌ এবাৰ ক'ব লাগিব মেম
কি কৈছা?
আৰু এবাৰ ক'ব লাগিব
Okay.
minus 15 আৰু minus 3 যে minus 18 সেইটো বুজি পাইছে নে? minus 15ডাল পেন্সিল যদি কাবাক দিলা, যদি এজন আকৌ 3ডাল পেন্সিল দি দিলা, so minus 18 গুচি গ'ল ন? সেইটো কনসেপ্ট বুজি পাইছে নে? minus that I'm asking the minus 15 plus minus 3 is minus 18. Do they understand the more negative concept?
Yeah, ask.
Okay, let me try. মই এবাৰ সুধিছো ইয়াৰ আকৌ
এটা সুধিছো আছোন যে কাৰবাৰ যদি 15ডাল পেন্সিল কাবাক দি দিলে they could be confused at minus 15 minus 3 makes.
minus 16 আছিলে আকৌ minus 3 minus 18 আমি কারবার minus 3 to আমি minus 2 Okay, they have understood.
They have understood. So do
Yeah.
they get They understand -6 too, why it's x equals -6.
X equal -6 to বুজি পালা নে লাষ্টত গৈ? No, they didn't.
Okay. So if they understand -15 minus 3 equals -18, and we can already see that 3x plus 3 equals -15, we can see that 3x is just equal to -18. So if we have a negative number and we divide it by 3, we can think of this as just 18 divided by 3 and then add the negative sign. So we bring the sign down and do 18 divided by 3. And this is 6. So we just do each one individually and we get x is equal to -6. And then we can just test it as well too, and we see that it works. So does this make sense?
Yes, they have understood.
Okay, sounds good. Next, we will move on to two-step equations with word problems. Okay. So, so maybe someone could read this out, and then all they're trying to do is figure out the equation, and then once you have the equation, then try to solve it. So the problem is 6 identical shirts plus a $12 tax cost $72 total. How much does one shirt cost? So do they understand?
What equation দিছে সিদিনা কৰাৰ নিচিনা প্ৰথমতে সব বুজি পাইছে নে নাই? যদি নাই পোৱা তেতিয়া মই বুজাই দিম। First question. Identical মানে হৈছে একে একে দেখিবলে। বুজাব লাগিব নে? Okay. 6টা একে ধৰণৰ শার্ট আছে, 6 identical শার্ট plus a $12 tax cost 72 total. 6টা একে ধৰণৰ শার্ট আৰু লগত $12 tax যোগ কৰি পেলাই total দামটো হয় $72, $72. How much does one shirt cost? এটা শার্টৰ দাম কিমান আছিল? আকৌ এবাৰ দিছো 6টা শার্ট যিমান দাম হয় তাৰ লগত যদি 12 টকা খুদ ট্যাক্স লগায় তেতিয়া টোটাল দামটো হয় 72। 6টা শার্টৰ লগত 12 টকা ট্যাক্স লগাই পেলাই 72 হয়। তো একচুয়ালি এটা শার্টৰ দাম কিমান আছে? বুজিলা কোৱেশ্চনটো? এটা শার্টৰ দামক x বুলি ধৰি লোৱাচোন। এটা শার্টৰ দাম যদি x হয় 6টাৰ দাম কিমান হ'ব? 6 into x হ'ব নেকি? 6 into x হ'ব নেকি? Answer to আনসাৰটো 10 হয়, yes, কিন্তু ইকুৱেশ্যনটো অকল এইটো ঠিক আছে, তোমাৰটো হৈছে, বাকীখিনি চবৰে কিয় 10 পালা? Okay, some got the answer and some are not being able to solve the equation.
Okay, I will show the answer to the first question. So they are saying
Yep.
6 shirts plus $12 tax is equal to $72. So we can see here that the equation is basically set up. If 6 shirts are all the same and we're trying to find the value of each shirt, we can say that shirts are the x. So 6x plus 12 equals 72. Now that they have this equation, do they need help solving it too? I'll give them.
Let them try.
Okay, sounds good.
Some of them got the answer, but some didn't.
That's good.
Let me answer. বাকীখিনি কাৰণে ৰৈ
Did they get an answer for x?
Yeah, they got the answer.
And what did they get?
They got, some of them got 10, but some did plus addition instead of subtracting 12, they added 12 to 72. So that's
Okay. So the people who got 10 are correct. So we want to do the opposite because there's the $12 tax. We want to find what it is before the tax. So yes, that's correct if you do subtraction. So this is just quickly what it looks like to those who still need a little more understanding of why it is 10. So does that sound good?
ঠিক আছে না আনসারটা কইলে ঠিক আছে না
কইলে আকৌ
বাকিখিনি কাৰণে ঠিকে আছে
পলাশ সিহঁতে 10 আনসাৰটো কাৰেক্ট হয় পাৰফেক্ট কিন্তু সিহঁতে প্ৰচেছটো বুজি পাইছে নে এতিয়া ধৰা মুখেৰে কৰিব পাৰিছে অংকটো নকৰিলেও অলপ ইজি কাৰণে মুখেৰে কৰিব পাৰিছে যদি অলপ কমপ্লিকেটেড প্ৰবলেম হয় তেতিয়া প্ৰচেছটো ফলো কৰিব লাগিব যিটো তাজে কৈছে Taj, what I'm telling is because it's an easy problem they're able to mentally do the math but if it's a complicated problem they'll have to follow the steps that you're showing so those steps maybe you can write some bullet points and tell
Yeah.
them this
I
is how
already.
you did, right? Okay.
So can I move on to the next problem?
Yeah, we can move. And I think the bullet points are not that much effective. You have to show with the example
Yeah.
itself. You have to link the
The
bullet points with the
examples-
example.
Yeah, the examples work better.
Okay.
Okay. So the next one second. So these word problems are useful because it's like real world how you use it. Okay. So the second question is saying that Jordan saves the same amount each month, and after saving for 5 months and he takes out $15, Jordan has $85. So how much money does he save each month? So tell them that the month, think of that, or the amount of money per month is X. So maybe tell the question to those who don't understand that well.
Hello, Taj. There was a connectivity issue, but we have.
Hello?
They're dropping off.
Yeah, we are back. We are
Okay.
back.
So I read the question. So Jordan saves an amount of money each month and it's the same amount. And after 5 months, he takes out $15 and he has $85 left. So how much money does he save each month? So maybe if you could tell it to them in Assamese and say to think of the amount of money as X.
Okay.
পলাশ তুমি সিহঁতক
Jordan
অসমীয়াত
say-
পঢ়াই দিয়াচোন
Yeah. Okay, ইয়াত লিখা আছে Jordan saves same amount each month after saving for 5 months and withdrawing $15. Jordan has $85. How much does Jordan save each month? তো প্ৰতি মাহে জৰ্ডানে কি কৰে পইচা বচায় জমা ৰাখে আৰু তেনেকে কেইমাহৰ কাৰণে জমা ৰাখিলে আৰু 5 মাহৰ পিছত কি কৰিলে $15 উলিয়াই আনিলে উইথড্ৰ কৰা মানে উলিয়াই আনিলে then what happens তাৰপিছত কিমান থাকিলে জৰ্ডানৰ হাতত 85 okay 5 মাহ কিবা এটা পইচা জমা কৰিলে কৰাৰ পিছত $15 উলিয়াই আনিলে উলিয়াই অনাৰ পাছত তাৰ হাতত এতিয়া থাকিলে $85 তো কোৱেশ্চনটো হ'ল প্ৰতি মাহে জৰ্ডানে কিমান টকা সেভ কৰিছে আৰু সেই সেভ কৰা টকাটোক x বুলি ধৰি লোৱা ইকুৱেশ্যনটো বনাবলৈ
example.
আকৌ এবাৰ ক'ব লাগিব নেকি? Okay, first the equation to বনোৱা। আনসাৰ ওলালে? হ'ব এজনে ওলাইছে আনসাৰ আৰু কাৰোবাৰ ওলাইছে নেকি? কিমান জনে পালে আনসাৰ? হাত দাঙা। 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 আনসাৰ কিমান হয়? 20.
20?
Yeah, they said 20.
Okay, if everybody got 20, then everybody is correct. So
No, not everyone got 20.
Okay. So I heard a lot of people got 20, but I will still show the solution so 100% of people understand. So in 5 months, he saves X amount of money, X dollars. He takes out $15 and he has 85 still. So this is a simple one of 5x minus 15 equals 85. So is it more difficult to write down the equation or for them to solve the equation? Could you maybe
ইকুৱেশ্যনটো
ask?
লিখিব পাৰিছানে নে সলভ কৰোঁতে দিগদাৰ হৈছে? কোনটো দিগদাৰ হৈছে বেছি? ইকুৱেশ্যনটো বনোৱাত দিগদাৰ হৈছে নে সলভ কৰাত? They are not able to make the equation at the first time.
Okay, that's understandable because it's the first time, but we want to look for keywords. Like if they're saying he withdraws $15, we can think of that as minus. Or anytime we see the word total or like whole, we can think of that as an equal sign. And then 5 months, we're just multiplying. So if that can be worked on, so if they understand the math part of it, they can easily work on the equations. So now does x equals 20 make sense to everybody?
এটো লিখি ললা? বুজি পালা? Okay, they can relate now.
Okay, sounds good. Now the last thing is the exit tickets. So for these ones, I will go through one of them, and then the other two I want them to do by themselves. So could you maybe ask, should I go through 1, 2, or 3? I will go through all of them, but I will show how to do one.
তো এইকেইটাৰ ভিতৰত যিকোনো এটা তোমালোকক তাজে দেখুৱাই দিব, কোনটো দেখাই দিব লাগে কোৱা? কোনটো কৰিব দেখুৱাই দিব লাগে? They want both the first and second ones.
Okay. Maybe I'll show the second one because it's more difficult, but I think they can do the first one by themselves after they see how to do the second one.
Okay, sounds good.
So the question is asking negative 2x, and if I'm correct, plus 1/2 equals -9/2. So the first step to do is to get x by itself. So we see that we are adding 1/2, so we want to subtract 1/2. And if they remember from the question before, if we have -9/2 and we subtract it, this would make it more negative. Oh, wait. So we can think of it as -9 minus 1, which is -10, and then 2/2. So this is what we went over in chapter 1 and chapter 2. So they would get an answer of -2x equals -5, because -10 divided by 2 is -5. Now the thing is, with fractions, the math doesn't get any harder because it's still all the same things. So then we divide by -2 now. And as we see, -5 over -2, we can just get rid of the signs and it becomes 5/2. So does this one make sense? Hello? Okay. So we have negative, we have 1/2 right here, and we have -9/2 right here. Now we want to make x by itself, so we subtract by 1/2 on both sides. And if we do -9/2 minus 1/2, think of it as -9 minus 1/2. So -9, and if you take away 1, this would make it more negative. So this would be -10/2. And -10/2 is equal to -5. So does that part make sense? Hello?
Yeah. -9 and -1 equals to -10. সেইটো বুজি পাইছানে? তোমালোকৰ যদি 9টা ষ্টিকাৰ আছে, তুমি কাৰোবাক 9টা ষ্টিকাৰ দিলা আৰু এটা ষ্টিকাৰ দি দিলা, তুমি কেইটা ষ্টিকাৰ দিলা? 10টা ষ্টিকাৰ দি দিলা, ৰাইট? চ' সেইকাৰণে -10 হৈ গ'ল, ডিভাইড বাই 2, সেইটো কৰিলে -5 হৈ গ'ল। সোঁফালৰ চাইডত -5। সেইটো পাৰ্ট বুজি পাইছানে? পলাশ সুধি দিবা নেকি? তোমালোক আছা ন লাইনত? The connection is little. I don't know if they lost connection.
Ma'am, they are here. সকলো আছে।
তাজে যিটো -9 -1 ডিভাইড বাই 2, সেইটো বুজি পাইছেনে সেই কনচেপ্টটো?
এইটো বুজি পালানে? পাইছে?
নেগেটিভ নেগেটিভ মিলি পজিটিভ হৈ যায়তো। So
Okay.
which part?
So if they get that, do they understand why the answer is 5/2?
এইখন বুজি পালান নাই? 5/2 কেনেকে হ'লগে? 5/2 পালানে? Okay, good.
Okay. Shall we move to the other questions?
Yeah, we may move.
Okay.
You might have to give them some homework and we can follow up next week again, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Nine.
So this first and third question is left. So the first question is saying 3x over 2 plus 5 equals 17. So don't overcomplicate it. Just make sure you do the correct order of things and it will be okay. And I will still show how to solve each question after, so just try it first. And then the third question is 4x times 4 minus 2 is equal to 14. So we'll take 2 to 3 to 4-ish minutes and then just see if you can solve these. And then I will still show the answer. And then that'll be it. Sound good?
Yeah. Okay, yes. যিকোনো এটা কৰা কোনটো কৰা ফাৰ্ষ্টত এটা কৰিবা ফাৰ্ষ্টটো আছে 3x ডিভাইড 3x ডিভাইড বাই 2 মাইনাস মাইনাস নাই ৰে হেল মাইনাস নহয়
It's just a
এডাল
plus.
মাইনাস নহয়
Yeah, that's just how it looks, but it's 3x divided by 2
3x
plus 5.
এডাল মাইনাস সাইন নহয় দেই এটো এনেই কাট খাই গৈছে লিখি ললা কুৱেশ্যন কিটা সেকেন্ডটো কৰা সেকেন্ড মিন্স থাৰ্ডটো সেকেন্ডটো কৰিয়ে দিলে তাৰ মানে মাল্টিপ্লিকেশন চাই তাৰ মানে মাল্টিপ্লিকেশন পূৰণ কাৰণ পূৰণ চিনটো x ৰ সৈতে একে নহয় জানো দেখিবলৈ সেইকাৰণে x দিয়া সলনি পূৰণ দিয়া সলনি মানে ষ্টাৰ দিয়ে
এই নম্বৰটো বুজাব লাগিব Okay, কৰি লোৱা ফাৰ্ষ্টতে বাকীখিনিও তাৰপিছত বুজাই দিব লাগিব Thus, they may need explanation for the last question.
Okay. What was the answer they got on the first one?
First answer. For the first, it is 18. And for the third one, last total? 3.
Did you say the first one they got 8 or 18?
18. They said 18. 1, 8.
Okay, so I'll show an explanation for both.
দুটাই দেখাই দিব
So this is asking 3x over 2 plus 5 equals 17. So like always, the first step we do is we subtract and do addition first. So this would be 3x over 2 equals 12. So that makes sense up till here, right? Next, if we see 3 over 2, it might be difficult to figure out what to do, so we can do it one step at a time. We can see that this is a dividing by 2 right here. Think of it as 3x divided by 2 equals 12. So if we want to make it just 3x, we can multiply this by 2, both sides. This would leave us with 3x equals to 24. And then we want to do a dividing by 3 to get a final answer. So, does this make sense, or can I explain it better?
এতিয়া বুজি পালানে ক'ত ভুল হ'ল আৰু বুজাব লাগিব নেকি নালাগে নালাগিব
Tash, can you explain
Okay.
one thing? So they have to make it 0, right? Like the rule is when you do -5 on both sides, did they understand that part, that it has to be -5 and -5 on both sides, and you have to make them equal to why you're doing minus and then times 2? Is that part clear?
I think they know how to do that part. The new concept here is this 3x divided by 2. So I'm showing that we times by 2 and divided by 3. So I'm just asking if that makes sense.
Can you highlight that part, the times 2
they
and trisects? Ask them that part.
Yeah,
They understand.
This part
they might need the concept of the balance again
of the BODMAS?
it might need it yeah not the bottomless one the balancing one
Okay.
you have shown the picture of a balance remember
Yeah, like this.
yeah they have to means we have to recall them time to time that we have to balance it
They need revision, okay, Taj?
Okay.
They need revision of the balance.
but a quick one
Equals to. Okay. So, does this here make sense? X is equal to 8 because we need to balance it?
এটো মনত আছে নে ফাৰ্ষ্টৰ দিনা যে কৰিছিলে বেলেন্সিংটো মনত আছে দুইফালে যে ইকুৱেল কৰিব লাগে সেইটো মনত আছে নে ওকে এটো ইকুৱেল হৈ আছে তো এটো ইকুৱেল ৰাখিবলৈ কি কৰিব লাগিব 4 মাইনাস কৰিলে ইফালেও 4 মাইনাস কৰিব লাগিব নাই মনত আছে নে সেইটো? Does you may continue?
Okay. So this is why x is equal to 8. So now let's move on to the next question. So this is saying 4x times 4 minus 2 is equal to 14. So this one I think is a 3-step, so it's pretty difficult. So we want to figure out what x is equal to. Now this multiply, think of it as like a times. Okay? So the first step is to balance it, is to make sure we do both things on both sides no matter what. And we also want to make sure that we use subtraction and addition first. So if we are subtracting 2 here, we would add 2 to both sides. So this would now make it 4x times 4 is equal to 16. Now there are two ways that we could do this. Either we could divide by 4 and divide by 4 again, or we could see that 4x times 4 is equal to 16x. So now 16x divided by 16 on both sides is equal to x is equal to 1. So does that make sense? This one was a little more complicated.
এইটো বুজি পালা নে? পালা?
Okay.
4 2 কোনটো 4? The 4 আগৰ পৰা আছিল নেকি? দুইটা 4 আছিল চোৱাচোন।
Okay. So
homework easy to medium, and we can revisit again next week.
all right.
Homework লাগিব নেকি 10টা মান অংক অলপ ইজি আৰু মিডিয়াম, তাৰপিছত যদি কোৱেশ্চন আছে তেতিয়া নেক্সট উইক আকৌ আৰম্ভ কৰাৰ আগতে এইটো অলপ ৰিভাইজ কৰি লওক। হ'বনে? হোমৱৰ্ক কৰিবলৈ সময় আছে নে?
10টা নালাগে মেম, কিন্তু 5টা মান দিলে ভাল হ'ব। 10টা নোৱাৰিব, 5টা দিলে ভাল হ'ব।
Is this good or less?
As the numberings are wrong, Taj. 1 2 3 4 is missing. 4 5 6.
Oh, wait. There.
Yeah, pasta. They said give 5.
5? Okay. Let's take this one out.
You give 7. It's up to them how many they want to do, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
এইটো কাৰণে হোমৱৰ্ক দিব দিছো যাতে যি কোৱেশ্চন আছে প্ৰসেসটো বুজি পাইছে নাই, প্ৰসেসটো বুজি নাপালে দিগদাৰ হ'ব।
আমি যদি অন্তত এটা ওয়ার্ড ইকুয়েশন দিও হেতু আৰু বেছি ভাল হ'ব নেকি লগতে?
Okay, okay. Taj, do you want word problems? Word problem diasun kataman.
Word problems. Okay, the numbering's a little off, but
max to max দুটা দিলে হল।
দুটা word problem?
Okay. 1 second. Should I do 5 questions in 1 word problem?
Yeah, that will be good.
Easy dia, ala buji poa.
For a beginning.
Yeah. Easy to medium dia. Eku pressure na jenake samoy poa weekend to paba, and then so that নেক্সট চেপ্টাৰ ষ্টাৰ্ট কৰাৰ আগতে এইটো অলপ ৰিভাইজ কৰে, কাৰণ বুজি নাপালে তেতিয়া দিগদাৰ হৈ যাব পিছলৈ। সেইকাৰণে আকৌ অলপ Taj will start with the same chapter to make sure you understand the process. ইফালে মাইনাছ কৰিলে সোঁফালেও মাইনাছ কৰিব লাগিব, ইফালে প্লাছ কৰিলে এফালে সেই বস্তুটো। And as you're trying to find out a word
Yeah.
problem, right? Okay. দেৰি হৈ গৈছে, ডিনাৰ খাব লাগিব।
Okay. Here's a word problem. So maybe just take a picture of this or have the students write this down, but we will revisit this next week and make sure students get this done.
এইটো প্লাছ
Okay,
পিকচাৰ এটা
I'm
লৈছা
taking
ন?
an
মই
screenshot. Yeah.
এটা ফটো পঠিয়াই দিওঁ ৰবা। মই তোমালোকক এটা ফটো পঠিয়াই দিম হোৱাটছএপত লাগিলে।
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or in the chat I can send a picture, and I will also send you a picture to